And it's essentially a multi-million-dollar sexual harassment campaign against the children of Washington State. The idea is to force doctors, to force the state into the relationship between families and their doctors, and force doctors to assign genders to children at age 13, and then disclose that to school officials in some kind of strange, I don't know, it has something to do with sports. But that's the that's the cover that they give to it. But it's just a sexual harassment campaign. So that's, Washington. I think the Green Party of Washington could take a role in either coming up with a competing initiative or educating people about this anti-LGBTQ initiative. There are other things, of course, we could do. We have, what aspect of anti-ICE organizing is there not enough actual organization around? And this is, actually a coordinated group of people, with a plan,
That's a really good question. I think there is a lot of interest for Greens running at different levels of office. So I want to kind of address that and then address the thing that Noah was talking about as well. So this year in 2025, we've had 103 Green races so far, and we've won 47 of them, which is a pretty fair amount, right? Like close to 46% of the races we enter, we win. We did run for some congressional seats in Texas and in Arizona, but we did not win those. Where we do tend to win is things like city councils and state assemblies and stuff like that, right? So what everyone says we should be doing is generally what we are doing. It's just not being picked up by media, so it's not covered, and it just kind of goes, by the wayside. Noah, in regards to the circumstances or the petition that you brought up, yeah, they hate trans people these days. And that kind of legislation is directly targeting trans kids. Like it really, really is, like very specifically, pointedly, directly, with no ambiguity about it. And it really hurts. Not just, I'm a whole adult person, so my affectedness by that is different. But when you're a young person, and these opportunities for participation in group activities like sports and connection with your community of peers, of other kids your age, to be included in them and to just participate in your youngness, right? Your youth, that's completely being denied to these kids. And it's so unfair and just absolutely cruel and mean-spirited in its orientation and its outcomes and goals. It's really pretty disgusting stuff. The truth of the matter is, when we look around at the elections over the last week, to see how the Republicans spent so much money on anti-transgender advertising and lost all of those races really goes to show that, broadly speaking, Americans have no appetite for that kind of transphobia and that kind of bigotry. There are other things which are more pressing to them and more concerning. And being a bigot on record is certainly not one of them. Anyway, that's all I have. Margaret, over.
So I think that generally when people approach me about wanting to run for governor or wanting to run for legislator, I generally ask if they've ever run for office before, and if maybe they want to start with city councilor or mayor or county commissioner, because those are positions that actually get a lot more done on a lived experience within your community perspective. So yeah, I guess I'm not saying that we shouldn't be running people for those larger issues, and I really respect Dr. Ware's campaign, and I respect his perspective on this. But yeah, usually I try to push people towards the stuff that they have a better chance of winning that will do more good when I come across it myself.
Just to speak to the high standards of candidates, we want people to run. Please, anybody's thinking about running, but we want people to have a handle on community organizing, really be engaged with maybe 3 main things that are important to them, that are important to their community. And I would love to see us run somebody for every position, because I was looking at the Shoreline, Washington ballot, and there were 3 or 4 people that were running unopposed. and why isn't there a green there kind of thing, you know. I do want us to run green, but also we are a little bit vulnerable to people who, you know, misrepresent themselves in some ways. And we need to kind of be in it to win it. I totally agree. And yeah, and on the Washington, the Let's Go Washington issue, you know, nobody is living in a vacuum, and everybody either has a family member or knows somebody that would affect, and they're marketing it to parents like it's going to protect your children, when really it's going to abuse them and, you know, mess with their minds. In spending this billionaire Brian Hedgewood or something, he's a hedge fund manager who backed this bill, who's not even in our state, who's influencing our politics. And that's just bullshit. We need to get money out of politics, and that's one of the elements of systemic change we need to see happen. I won't take up more time. Over.
Great. Thank you, Alice. I don't see other... Oh, Halima, yes, please, go ahead.
I want to concur with what Alice said. I think, yes, be cautious, but at the same time, I think that Butch is right, that we are a party and we need to run people and, of course, vet people, but the only way this becomes a movement that's national is if more and more people are running under the green umbrella.
Yeah, agreed.